Hello and welcome to a new episode of Review. Today we're going to look at the Airbus A320-200 from Lufthansa, but with a special livery. Now if we take a look at the box, we have this beautiful picture of the aircraft itself. Other than that, we have a logo here which says 100 Years of Hamburg Airport, because this special livery is connected to Hamburg Airport, but more on that later. Then of course we have the Lufthansa logo, and if we turn the box around, on the side we have a nice picture of the aircraft. On the back side we have another really beautiful picture on the aircraft. We have the original dimensions of the airplane and some additional information as always. Now let's take a closer look to the aircraft itself. And here she is, the Airbus A320-200 from Lufthansa. Now on the first glimpse it looks like every other Lufthansa Airbus A320, but of course we have this little nice addition just behind the wings. And that we will look on a little later, but let's first run through the details of the aircraft. And as always we start with the tail section. And here we of course have the Lufthansa branding on the vertical stabilizer with the last two letters of the registration code on top. Other than that, we of course have the full registration code, the German flag, and the addition of Lufthansa.com. Now if we move to the front of the aircraft, we can see along the fuselage the writing of Lufthansa. Underneath that we have the type of the aircraft and the name of the aircraft. In this case it's named after the German city of Kleve. Then of course we have the Star Alliance logo, and just under the cockpit windows we have the Lufthansa branding once more. Also, of course, we do have the doors to the cargo compartment printed on the aircraft. And now, with no further ado, let's take a closer look on the highlight of the aircraft, the printing of the skyline of Hamburg with all the famous landmarks on the aircraft. Now, Lufthansa has a very long relationship with Hamburg Airport, an historic relationship, and when Hamburg Airport was celebrating the 100th anniversary, Lufthansa celebrated it with them with this special livery, saying thank you for all those years of partnership. And that is in fact also written on the aircraft. Now I really like this addition on the livery from Lufthansa, and it kind of reminds me a few years ago, or actually it's now quite some years ago, when Lufthansa still was flying the D-AIQW. They had one jet which had a special livery celebrating different towns or different cities in Europe with the landmarks of those. And if they could make the livery just as good as on this aircraft, I honestly wouldn't mind seeing more landmarks on aircrafts from Lufthansa. But what do you think? Would you like to see more landmarks celebrated on aircrafts? Maybe not just Lufthansa, just in general on airlines? Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see more landmarks celebrated on aircrafts, and maybe which landmarks. Now that's the episode for today. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, feel free to leave a like, that would be absolutely awesome. Also, if you are new around here, maybe subscribe, that could be really cool. And don't miss out on the next episode where we're going to look at the 777-300ER from Emirates. Now that's it for today. Thank you for watching, I'm checking out, and bye.